flight booking web tour, sir.
This meeting is being recorded.
So see, this is the virtual user generator. We want to record the script. It means using for the virtual user generator, we can record the script and execute generate for the script statements. So we need to open for the virtual user generator. We are able to see that this is the virtual user generator and its version also it is showing for the 2021. See, yesterday script. See, you can observe this is the yesterday we script name. What is the script name? Web tour. In that flight booking, in that 0308 is our script. Yesterday, what is the date? 0808, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just we want to go to the file and open. And if you want to open with the script and solution, means click on that. Because we want to open for our existing script, means you need to go to the script and solution and you need to give for select for the we have that these all scripts. So what is our script? Web tour, flight booking, 0808-2022. This is right ours. So just click on this and open. Automatically the script will be open. Now you can see for this script. Yesterday only we recorded the script and see this is the launch URL. So this code belongs to the launch URL. And after that launch, what we done? Login. See, it's login.
Login.
So login I given for the username and password details. See, Jojo Bean, I entered. So I login is, this is the code. And up to this login, and after that login is ended. Means login is completed. After login is completed, what we done? Click on flights. We are done. See, this is the, after that click on flight, it will be ended. And after that you can observe next step what we done. We are finding the flight. Like we are selecting for the departure city and arrival city and we are finding the flight. So that is point of view. Departure city is I selected Los Angeles and Paris, right? Arrive I selected. And after that we are selected like seat preference also Windows and business we selected. And after that, after selecting for the departure city and every city, we are click on the next button. Next, what will happen? We have the different type of flights will be there. In that, we are selecting for the any one of the flight. So that is the flight. This is the 342 flight. And after that, what we done? We done for the payment details. And payment details is completed. Final transaction, what we done? Sign up. So which purpose we can use for the start and end transaction? Which purpose we can use start and end transaction?
Measure time.
Yeah, to measure the transaction response time. See, particular this sign off, I want for the this sign off. How much time it's taking for this sign off transaction means if you not given the start and end transaction, then what will happen means you are not measure the particular this code, how much time it's taking to executing for this request. So that is why we need to give for the start and end transaction. What is the start transaction name? LR underscore start underscore transaction. And after that you can observe sign up. So this name we are given. This is the start transaction. What is the function of the start transaction? What is the function? LR underscore start underscore transaction. And after that, what is the transaction name? We need to give for the in double colon. And what is the end transaction name? LR underscore end transaction. And we need to give for the sign off. Like what is the transaction name you are giving start transaction? You need to give for the end transaction name also sign off. And after that, LR auto. LR auto means maybe this transaction auto means it's a pass or fail. So you are getting some message like your transaction is passed, otherwise your transaction is failed. So LR auto means if it's a transaction pass or fail, it will show the results. See, now you can observe, just will execute this test and will observe for the results. This is the replay button. Just click on this replay button. So you can observe for the runtime viewer also, we are able to see in the, okay, initializing means launching our application. After launch, what will we are doing? Login, right? So now you can go to and can observe. So you got for the error. So you are getting any error also. What is the error also very important. So you need to identify the what is that error. So now you can observe fail to connect to server 127.0.1.001. So because you are not open the server. Actually, for Loadrunner, what happened means this is the Loadrunner developed for this web tour application. So to understanding point of view and we need to practice point of view, they only developed this tool. So that is point of view. They what they done means they some server also they are assigned. So you need to open this server when you want to doing for this web tour application. So you need to open the start server. This is the start server. You need to open. Then we can open this. You will able to see the like this, and you need to minimize. Now you can go to the script and again you can execute. Now you are not get for that error. See. So now initializing means launching. See flight booking, payment, invoice done. Now you can go to the replay summary. You are able to see the transactions. Each transaction you can observe. Launch, login, click on flight, find flight. How many times you are executed?
One time.
One time. So one time is the what is the time of this launch?
573
milliseconds. So you can observe here. So this is the hours, minutes, seconds, milliseconds. Means it's within 1 second only it's launch happen. Within 1 second only login, click on flight, all will be within 1 second only happen. Now you can observe everything we need to identify the in here. Output window also very important. See, you can observe notify transaction launch is started. Means what we are doing for the launch, right? Launch is started here. And after that, this code is executing and you are given end transaction. See, transaction launch URL ended with pass status and the duration it took for the, this is the time it's taken. So this time only it is showing for there. Okay. So now what you need to do, see, this is the launch transaction is completed. Launch is completed, which transaction it will start? See, login is started and login is ended with the pass status and duration is took for the 0.2769 milliseconds. See, click on flight started and after that the code will be executed and after that you can observe the ended pass status duration is take for this time. So means you can observe each and every transaction started or ended. So based on this output only, it is calculated for the this response time. So now you can observe we have the debugging mode is there, like how it is application is executing. See, you need to click on for the F10. Then what will happen means see is launching URL. See, I click on only for launch. Then again you need to click on for the F10. See, now it's going to launch. Again, click the F10. F10. See, now so launch is completed. See, you are observe we are in end transaction. So again, you can click on for the F10. F10 is a debugging mode. Means we want to how code is picking going. So you can observe now it is going to the next transaction. Click on F10. See, it's code how it is going. See, going to the login transaction, start transaction. And after that, click on this. See, it is went for the login code and it will execute. See, it's went for the logout. Login is completed. After that login is completed, what we are doing? We are click on the flights. See, you are click on the flight. Okay. And now you can observe, now we are in click on flight and find flight, we are enter. So now again, you can click on for the F10. And so how code is executing, I am showing just your understanding point of view. See, reservation means I am selecting for the departure city, arrival city. See, now we are selecting for the flight. After that, we are entering for the payment details. See, you are entering for the payment details and see it's a end of transaction payment details, because here is we are ending for the transaction ended. So payment is completed means your ticket is book completed. What is the next transaction we need to do? Sign out. See, it's went for the sign out. Then your script will be done. Execution will be done. See. Now you can observe. So this is also, it is calculated for the time, because we are debugging happen. So that is why it is taken time will be more, because we are a debugging mode, like how the code is executing I showed. So you can observe now, you can go to the script and you can observe here. What will happen? First we will picking for the launch, and after that this code is executing. And after that it is ending the transaction. Again, this is the completed. It is going to the start transaction as a login. And after that, what will happening? So this login is code is executing. Like it's open for the login page and entering for the JoJo name, B name. How we are entering front end? Same way it is executing for this code. So this code login, how much time it is taking to login for going to the next page? So it is calculating for that is the response time. So you can observe, and after that login, click on flight, and after that click on flight, find flight. We are finding the flight, and after that we are selecting the flight. And after that you can observe, this is the final step is the payment details, means we are paying the payment details, and it is execute that payment details, and final will be sign up. So how is it recorded? Sequentially it is executing for the step by step. So you also debugging means you want to how it is code like execution going, you want to observe means you can click on the F10 button. So F10 button is nothing but it is a debugging tool, like how the code is executing sequentially. You need to observe means you can click on the F10, you can click, and it will go to the one, not only one time. You can click on F10, you can observe, okay, where it is going to the code. See, for example, again I can do it. See, I'm clicking for the F10. You can observe, first is the launch is happening, means initializing application. Again, I click on the F10. It is going to the launch page. And after that, again, click F10. See, it's a launch code is executing. You can click on F10. It's launch is completed. See, it's launch completed. And after that, you can click on F10. Again, F10, see login. And is completed. For again click for the F10, its login is complete, and it is end for the login. And after that you need to click on the F10. It's going to the click on flight, start transaction, and it will click on the search flight button. You can observe, click on flight, and after that find flight. See, if you click on F10, again you can click on F10. How it is code is going and how it is executing, you guys will be easily understand. So everyone understand for this how it is code is happening. So this is the some debugging mode you want to observe for the how it is executing and how we are getting for the response time is. So like this, what will happen? So like this it is happening. Now it's fine, right? Now what we can do means we'll observe for the front end application and here also. So I open for the 127.this. See, so launch is completed. So launch you are entering or you are clicking for this button, means you are some click is happening, right? So if it is click is happening, which function it is generated?
Web URL.
Web URL function, means launch is happening for the web URL function. And after that, what we are doing? What we are doing? We are doing login, right? So login means
Yes.
you are entering details or you are clicking. You are
Submit it.
submitting some data to the
Details.
application, right? You are submitting some data to the application. See, I enter a username password and click on login. Means I submitted data. So if you are submitted data, that is why which function it is generated. You can observe which function is
Web
generated.
submit.
Web submit data. Means now you can observe. So if you submit some data to the application, it is generated for the web submit data. Maybe you are clicking or anything is happening, then it is generated for the. See, now you can observe. After that, what you are doing, you are click for the flight button. So you are click the flight button means which function it is generated, we can observe here. See, click on flight, which function it is generated,
Web URL.
web URL function is generated. Okay, good. So after that, again, you are submitting some data to the application, like you are selecting some departure city, arrival city, and you are entering for the date, and this all also you are entering, right? So means you are entering all details means you are submitting some data or you are clicking.
Submitting the data.
Submitting the data. So means which function it will be generated?
Web
Web
submit
submit.
URL.
Web submit data. See, you can
Data.
observe. See, web submit data. And you can observe here departure value and arrival value. This is picked. So means you are submitting some data. That is why it is generated for the web submit data. And again, you can go to the code. And again, now you can observe we have the different flights. So you are selecting flight, but this flight also you are submitting to the application, right? You have the different flights. So this flight you are giving to the application. Okay, I'm selecting this flight. Means this is also you are submitting from data to the application. That is why which function it will generate it? Web submit data. See, web submit data. This is the flight number. So after that, you can click on continue. And again, payment details, you are entering details or not? You are submitting some data or not? So which function it will generate it? Web submit
Web
data.
submit data.
So now you can observe also address 1, address 2, passenger 1, credit card details, expiry date. Means some data you are giving to the application, that is why it is generated as a web submit data. And after payment is completed, final thing what we need to do? Payment is done, and after that what we can do, we are clicking the sign up button. If you are clicking sign up button means which function it is generated?
Web URL.
Web URL, right? See, now you can observe this is the start transaction sign up, and you can observe for this which function it is generated? Web URL function is generated. It's clear, everyone? So now
Yes.
I will ask for the questions to Sravanti. So Sravanti, if I enter some data to the application, which function it will generate it? Sravanti, are you there? Sravanti? Lata?
Web submit data, sir.
Web submit data. Why?
Entering NASA data.
Yes, we are entering some data to the application. That is why it is generated for the web submit data. Okay. So next. Sampath. So actually I'm clicking for the some flight button. So which function it will generate it? Sampath, are you there? Sampath. Suresh.
This is the web URL function. Why? Because of you are clicking the transaction.
Yes, we are clicking for the like button, some search flight button we are clicking. So now everyone is clear, right? What it does is, so now we'll go to the our like here and see now we are good for the virtual user generator. So what is the virtual user generator? Anyone?
It records a business flow on the get the response time in one user.
Yes, see, single user point of only we are doing for the scripting here. So means for example, we are recording the some business flow and it will generate for the skip statement purpose. We are using for the virtual user, but I am doing for the here only single user point of view, but I want to execute this test into the 20,000 users or 30 or 50,000 users means we can use, do the in virtual user generator. No, because using the virtual user generator, you can do 1 or 10 times you can execute. If you more than that means your virtual user generator will be crash. So that is why using the controller, we can execute for the multiple user point of view. Like controller nothing but, so this script is completed. This script you want to push into the controller and you want to design for the 1,000 users. And means what is the controller? Nothing but we can design the scenario and execute for the multiple user point of view. We are using for the controller. Clear everyone? Controller.
Yes, yes.
So going to the next load generator. So what is the load generator? Nothing but it will be generate the load against the application. See, generate the load against the application means what will happen? Like, see, if application will be there, so number of 1,000 users will be running for the application. Means 1,000 windows will open. Means some CPU memory utilization will be need or not? Each and every user. Need, right? So this CPU memory and everything will be, it's a load generator, nothing but one of the machine. They will configure for the CPU and memory and everything in the machine. And we need to add for the, when we are execution is doing, we need to add for the load generator. So what is the load generator? Nothing but simple answer will be generate the load against the application. So next will be agent process. So what is the agent process? So what is the agent process? Nothing but is the establish the connection between the controller and load generator. Means some message will be going to the like load generator to or controller to load generator. Means how it is going means some communication will be need from the controller to load generator. What is that communication means? One of the, that is the agent process. So what is that? Agent process. So now you can observe final one will be analyzer. So what is the analyzer?
Your test is completed.
Yeah.
Analyze the result.
Yes, very good. Our test execution is completed. We want to analyze the results. Like you can go to the here and we can observe in replace summary. See, for example, you are only executed one user. So in analyzer means what is that? Once execution completed controller, then we want to analyze the results means you need to go to the analysis is a one of the component and you need to analyze the results like this. Okay, launch login, how much time taken for the 100 users, average response time of the launch 100 times 100 users will be what is the average response time, login what is the average response time. So we are meeting SLA or not, we need check. So what is our universal SLA? 2 seconds. Everywhere you can go and 2 to 3 seconds only our SLA. So you need to check for the in analysis point of view. We are meeting SLA or not, we need check. If you not meet SLA, what is the issue you need to identify. So now again go to here and analyzer nothing but we want to analyze the results to find out the bottlenecks. So in our performance testing terminology, we can call it as a bottleneck. So bottleneck nothing but okay, don't think about more. So just that is the issue or defect or any problem, we can call it as a bottleneck. So that is our problem. See, for example, here payment is took for the some 2 minutes 13 seconds. Observe. So we are meeting SLA or not? We are not meeting SLA. Then what is the our next job? We need to identify the why the payment transaction is taken high response time. What is the issue? What is the bottleneck? What is the problem? So you need to identify the issue. Like maybe CPU memory is insufficient for the particular user point of view, or application side issue, or DB side issue, or server side issue, or network side issue. So we need to identify the issue. That things we can do in the analyzer. So everyone is clear this point?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Going to the next point will be Loadrunner architecture. So Loadrunner architecture, we have the some architecture will be there. See, this is the Loadrunner architecture. And these components we know, right? Vision, controller, analyzer, agent, AP, nothing but agent process and load generator. This all we know, right? So SM2, we want to execute the test means we need for the some servers also, web server, app server, and DB server. So what will happen? Nothing but see, you can observe you are doing for the execution in controller 100 users. So when you are doing for the execution, what will happen? Your launch or login is happening. So then how it is the request is going to the controller to it is going to the load generator. The request is going to the controller to load generator. Through whom? Agent process. Because this is the connection will be happening from this controller to load generator. So after that, this request, what will happen? So LG2, the request going to the web server again. The web server will be, the request will send to the app server. And final will be app server will send to the database server. Then what will happen in the database? It will check for the, for example, username, password is we are given. So that username, password will be there, not there, it will check. If it is there, then what will happen? You are getting for the successfully login, right? Means you are sending the request and after that you are receiving the response. Then how you are receiving database, it will check the things and okay, you are going to the next page. It will send the response database server to app server. App server it will send to the web server. And again web server it sent to the LG. And LG will be finally sent to the controller. Okay. So this request we are sending and we are getting for the response. This round trip of request and response, we can call it as a response time. See, you can observe login and launch and flight booking we are observing. Okay, sometime it is happening. So some response time is we are getting. So how it is happening is, so this is the mechanism. Like we are sending the request like this. And after that fetching the data here and you are getting for the response to back. So means you are sending request and we are getting for the response. This round trip of request and response, we can call it as a response time. Clear everyone?
Yes.
Anyone have any doubts in architecture? I think everyone is good. So now again we can move to the, we can do for the performance testing means, so we have the some performance testing life cycle it will be there. PT life cycle nothing but performance testing life cycle. Otherwise, what is your roles and responsibilities? Otherwise, which process following your organization? So if anyone asks for the this type of question, what is the PT life cycle, or what is the your roles and responsibilities, or which process following your current organization, means we need to give for the answer like this: POC, proof of concept, and non-functional requirement gathering, and after that test plan and test data preparation, and after that script recording and enhancement, and design the scenario and test execution and result analysis and reporting and recommendation and risk and mitigation. Now you can observe, okay, you can these steps you can will discuss later. Okay, after that you can observe script recording enhancements where we can do.
We use
Yes, see,
In
you are doing
Gen.
script we are recording and after that some enhancements also we are where we can do views and we can do using the views and nothing but virtual user generator. Just we can call it as a shortcut will be viewer. So you are doing for the script recording and after that script enhancements where we can do views and we can do. And after that you can observe design the scenario and execution where we can do.
is also
In Gen itself, you can
No, design the
After
scenario and
generating the-
execution where we can do these two. Controller, right? See, design scenario means vision we can do for the only single user or 1 to 5 users, but we want to number of users means you want to design the like, right? 100 means 100
Controller.
you need to design, and after design is completed you want to execute where you can execute controller. So design the scenario and execution where we can do controller. Got it everyone? So
yes.
after that, results analysis and reporting recommendations and risk and mitigations where we can do.
Analyzer.
Analyzer. Because test execution is completed, then what is our approach? We want to results analyze, like we are meeting SLA or not, we need to check. We are meet SLA, then we are directly sent to the report to the client. And we need to give for the some recommendations. Reporting means we need to send for the some report and we need to give for the recommendation. So for example, you are executed test and you are observed for the some CPU memory will be high, then you need to recommend it to the particular team. So what you need to recommend it? We are executed 1,000 users, but CPU memory is not sufficient for this 1,000 users. Could you please increase? So this type of recommendations we can give. Risk and mitigation, nothing but maybe you are not meet SLA. Then what we need to do? We need to analyze the things. What is the issue? What is the bottleneck? So you need to maybe CPU memory is not good, or maybe application side any problem, maybe database issue, or maybe any network issue, maybe any server issue. So these points we can do for this here. Clear everyone? Means
Yes,
up to 5 to 10 points we know. Yes, right?
yes.
So these points will be we know,
Yes.
because scripting where we can do design, scenario, execution, result, this we can. And going to here, I will explain for the tomorrow class. Once this is completed, right, after up to this, we can directly move to the scripting only. We can start our scripting. And once vision is completed for the scripting and script enhancements, then we can move to the controller and controller to analyzer. So one by one we can go. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you for joining, everyone. Anyone any doubts, you can ask me.
Yeah, Kiran, Shravanti here.
Yes.
Yeah, Kiran, can I get the recording of this today's session? Some network issue I got.
Yeah.
In between,
Every day I will provide for the recording sections. I think you are not in group, right? I'm sharing for the everyday group.
No, I'm not in group.
Yeah, just you can ping me or WhatsApp number. I will add for that in group, and you will get for the class link as same to updates, and we are sharing for the everything will be in group.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So now clear everyone? So thank you for joining everyone. We'll meet for the tomorrow also same time. Okay. Thank you for joining. Bye everyone.
Bye.
Yeah.